Hello, I'm Marcus, and today we're going to talk about the charging network in Portugal. Also, I'm going to show you the best charging app ever, and we're also going to talk about how this could all be wrong in 2 or 3 months' time. You want to come on holiday to Portugal or do some business in Portugal. So you look on PlugShare or ChargeMap or some other charging app, and you realise that the charging network in Portugal is absolutely terrible. So instead, you decide to go to the Netherlands on holiday, and you go to The Hague. And unfortunately, when you get to The Hague, all it does is rain, and you miss the beautiful Algarve or other beautiful regions of Portugal, where you miss lots of sun. PlugShare, ChargeMap, other charging apps, they do not show the true picture of chargers in Portugal. All the public chargers in Portugal are on the Miio network, apart from the Tesla chargers. Miio is actually a public company. So for example, there are people who have got the chargers. For example, petrol stations such as Galp, BP or Prio, they actually own chargers. Also you get electric companies with chargers such as EDP or Galp again. And then you get supermarkets with chargers such as Lidl, Auchan or Intermarché. All these chargers owned by different companies are all on the same Miio network. And I'm going to show you in an app in a minute how the Miio network works and how you can see the actual real-time status of the charging network. On the Miio network, we've got all these different chargers from different companies. In Portugal, you have a number of providers of payment cards, because when you go up to the charger, you have to actually use the payment card. So these payment cards work on any of the chargers in Portugal. So the providers of the payment card, for example, can be EDP, the electric company, Galp or Prio, petrol companies, or other charging cards such as Miio, the app I will show you in a minute. Some of these charging cards charge by the minute, some charge by the kilowatt hour, and some charging cards have different tariffs depending if you're using it in the daytime or at night time, or if you're using it in the week or the weekend. So you can have as many of these charging cards as you want, and they will all work on the Miio network. Obviously, to use the Miio network, you have to have at least one. So because these charging cards offer different pricing depending on the chargers and the different time of day and the way they're using them, if you get a few charging cards, you can actually pick the best charging card that suits you on that particular charger at that time. So basically, we've got the Miio network, we've got many different charger providers on that network, and on that network you have many different cards that you can use. It's a great network. You just need to get one card and you can use it on the whole of the network. The problem is it's not so great if you're coming to Portugal from abroad and you don't have an address in Portugal. But next I'm going to show you this amazing app, and in there I'm going to show you how you can actually get a card if you come to Portugal. You may have to order it 2 or 3 weeks in advance, but once you get that card, it should just work fine. This is it, the app Miio. For now, I'm just going to call it Miio, but I don't know how you pronounce that. First thing to notice is that it's only currently working in Portugal, but they say very soon it will work in other countries. I think I know how they're going to do that, but I'll explain that to you at the end of the video. So as you can see, there are lots of chargers in Portugal and this app is just great. So let's just zoom into this area here. I'm not going to explain everything about the app to you. Please download it. The link is below. But as you can see, there are green chargers, and the green means that all chargers are currently available. When you see yellow, that means some of the chargers are available, and where you see red, it means none of the chargers are currently available. Also, there's this little electric symbols. You see they look like lightning strikes. So when there's one, that's normally a 5 or 6 or 7 kilowatt charger. When there's 2, that's normally a 22 kilowatt AC charger. When there's 3, that's a 50 kilowatt charger. And when there are 100 or more, there's 4 of them. And as you can see, each charger's got a symbol to say if it's in a shopping centre, a petrol station, etc. When they are grey, it means they're currently not online yet and they're being installed or they're planned. When they're purple, they mean they're private chargers, such as in hotels or Tesla chargers, which are not on the Miio network. Let us choose a charger, and I choose this charger here. I'm choosing it because it's yellow. So what it's telling us, this is from the Galp petrol station, and it's a fast charger, but it's actually inside the supermarket Intermarché, and here you can see we've got photos here of the charger. So here we've got the plugs, and I have actually set my car up as the ID.3. So as you can see, the CHAdeMO is greyed out because the ID.3 cannot use CHAdeMO, and it's telling me that the CCS2 is available and it was last used 20 hours ago, and it's telling me that the Type 2 is currently in use and that has been in use for 6 hours 2 minutes. As you can see, it's given us the real-time information currently about this charger. Also, we have comments, so you can leave comments, say what you like about the charger, and you can reply to comments. We have pricing. So as I said, on the Miio network, we can have various charging cards, and I actually do, so I've added these to the application. I've got an EDP charging card, and that's saying from a 20% charge to an 80% charge on my car it will take 41 minutes and it will cost me €12.30 on this charger. I also have a Miio card, and that will actually charge me €12.40 on this charger. But Miio, this app, actually has its own charging card, and I'm actually on the weekly basis, so it's cheaper in the weekend and more expensive in the week. And as this is a weekday, as you can see, it's slightly more expensive in the week. And what is great about the Miio card is that if you're abroad and not in Portugal, you can actually order one, which I'll tell you about in a minute. We have another price here. So this is actually the pricing of the per minute for the charger. So this is the price of the electricity, we can say, and here we've got the price of the actual charging post. So here it's 10p per minute. So what you have to do is you'll have to add, for example, this €12.30 plus the 10p per minute. If we stay there for 40 minutes, that's going to be €4. It's going to be €12 plus €4. On many charging posts in Portugal, this is free. Another charging post is per kilowatt. So you have to add the two pricings together. I will let you play with the app and you can see all this information about the chargers in Portugal. Let's go on to this part here because this is the important part. So here we've got settings, frequently asked questions, and the Miio card. Install the app and order the card through the app, and you can add a payment method. Now the payment method can be a credit card or a debit card. Now if you live in Portugal, they will send you the card for free. Here you can see my card here. It's actual physical card. But here they show it with inside the app, and it's got other information such as billing information. It's showing me my billing information and how much I've used, etc. If you're outside of Portugal, you can actually get this card from inside the app, but they do charge you a small fee for posting it outside of Portugal. So if you plan to come to Portugal anytime soon, do not drive to Portugal with your mobile phone, expect to go up to my e-charger and expect to be able to log on or pay on your mobile phone. No, that's not possible. 2 or 3 weeks before, please install this app and get a charge card from Miio. If you don't want to use the Miio charging card, there are other companies that offer charging cards such as Miio, EDP, Galp, but I'm not sure if they will post abroad. Well, I definitely know that Miio will definitely post abroad. You just have to add your credit and debit card. And the charging network in Portugal is really good. As you can see, there's lots of 50 kilowatt chargers everywhere. There's lots of AC chargers. So now I've shown you the wonderful Miio app and you're all about to order your Miio cards. I wanted to talk about something new, which I'm going to show you here, and it's about a standard across the whole of Europe. It's a document on the internet from Mobi-E, so let's look at it. It's called the OCPI implementation within the context of Mobi-E and Portugal. Version 0.6, and it's dated from the 30th of July this year. Let's just go down because it's got a lot of technical details. And here we can see implementation phases. So Phase 1 EMSP, whatever that means, Phase 2 partial CPO, Phase 3 full CPO, Phase 4 foreign e-mobility roaming in Portugal, and e-mobility roaming abroad in Phase 5. So that's very interesting. So it seems the first phase is going to be this month, the end of this month. Then at the end of the year, we don't know when foreign e-mobility roaming will be enabled in Portugal. So it seems that they're trying to make the Mobi-E network compatible with OCPI. So what exactly is OCPI? So I've been doing some digging. OCPI is from the EV Roaming Foundation. The e-Roaming Foundation is to facilitate roaming services for charging electric vehicles and provide transparent information to consumers about charging locations and prices by use of the Open Independent Open Charge Point Interface Protocol. So that's what OCPI means, Open Charge Point Interface Protocol. The ultimate goal is to allow any EV driver to charge at any charging station in the EU, simply standardized and harmonized. What is EV roaming? EV roaming enables EV drivers to charge at each charging station and manage their billing of their charge action towards the driver. Condition is that an open charging infrastructure for electric drivers. It means a shared use of charging infrastructure independent of technology without fiscal and legal obstacles. EV roaming allows an EV driver to charge at any charging station without needing different passes for different providers. Roaming makes the charge experience transparent, simple and uniform even across borders. So it seems that the Miio network is going to implement this OCPI protocol. So it means, for example, if you've got a charging card from France and it's on the OCPI, it should just work in Portugal. And exactly the same way, the Portuguese charging card should just be able to work in France, Germany, Spain, etc. So when the app Miio says that it's going to work in other countries, it is probably going to use this OCPI network. So anybody with a Miio card hopefully will be able to use it in many other countries. So once this opens up, for example, perhaps this will be enabled in the Volkswagen ID app, etc. And then we won't have to get cards from different countries, different tokens. We can just have one card or one token and have the ability to use that all over the EU. So hopefully this OCPI protocol is being implemented already across different countries, across borders, and Portugal is currently implementing this. Thank you for watching this episode. Please leave your comments below. This was filmed in September 2020, so things could have changed by now. It could be easier charging across all of Europe and in particular Portugal. Do not be worried about the charging network in Portugal, providing you've got a card. It's absolutely wonderful. There's chargers everywhere, and again, it's a small country. Please remember to click subscribe because I'm giving you information that other people are not giving you. And no, I still do not have my delivery date for my ID.3 first, but once I get it, I will do some interesting videos with it. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of EV Journey, and please come to Portugal in your electric vehicle, because Portugal, as you can see, is absolutely a fantastic country.